Are you wondering what LNAT score you actually need to get into a top UK law school? The official average is almost certainly lower than you might think, and knowing it changes how you set your targets. Understanding the historical LNAT statistics helps you contextualize your own practice scores. It is genuinely the best way to set realistic, evidence-based targets for your specific university application. Every year, the LNAT Consortium releases data on average scores. The global average fluctuates year over year, largely depending on the difficulty of that specific paper rather than the ability of candidates. Across recent testing cycles, the global average score has consistently landed in the low 20s out of 42. A useful anchor for your own expectations. From one year to the next, it barely moves by a point, drifting only slightly up or down with the difficulty of the paper. The national average sits in the low 20s, and it shifts a little each cycle. Check the official LNAT statistics for the latest figures. So the global average reliably hovers in the low 20s out of 42. But here is the crucial detail that trips people up. That average includes every single test taker globally. Many of those candidates may not gain admission anywhere near the top tier. If you are applying to highly competitive Russell Group universities like Oxford, Cambridge, UCL, LSE or KCL, you need to aim considerably higher. That is because the average score of accepted applicants at top universities is significantly higher than the global average. So let us break down the realistic target score ranges tier by tier. For Oxford or Cambridge, you should target a score in the high 20s or above out of 42. This is the level where the LNAT stops being a weakness in your application. For UCL and LSE, a competitive target sits in the mid to high 20s. Slightly below Oxbridge, but still firmly in the top percentiles of all candidates. If you are aiming for Bristol, Durham or KCL, you should target a score in the mid-20s, comfortably above average, but achievable with focused preparation. And for other universities requiring the LNAT, a target score in the low to mid-20s is generally expected. Even here, you want to be above, not merely at the national average. Because these targets shift each cycle, check the university's website for the latest figures. Now, here is where statistics becomes strategy. There is a clear and measurable preparation gap. Data suggests candidates who rely solely on the 2 free official sample papers tend to score close to the global average. 2 sample papers simply are not enough exposure. To push into the high 20s range required by Oxbridge, you need to see a far wider variety of texts and, crucially, the recurring logic traps the examiner's set. This is exactly where volume preparation becomes statistically significant. Taking timed, full-length simulations is the most mathematically robust way to identify precisely where you are losing marks. It also lets you track your score progression over time, so improvement becomes visible and measurable, ensuring you perform in the top 10% on the day that actually counts. Remember, admissions tutors read your score in the context of that year's difficulty. If a paper is unusually hard and the average falls, your slightly lower raw score is worth more than it looks. Practice builds the buffer. LawMint provides 200 full-length LNAT practice tests. It is the most efficient way to get the exposure the statistics show you need. Try our free full-length LNAT practice test today and unlock the full series of 200 tests featuring 8,400 multiple-choice questions at lawmint.uk. Don't leave your law school application to chance. Head over to lawmint.uk to access 200 full-length tests with 8,400 multiple-choice questions. And don't forget to subscribe to @LNAT Prep on YouTube for more.